What's up, guys? Just sitting here on the internet. Figured I'd do a quick video, going over my kayak crate. So here she is. This is my crate. This is how it's gonna be loaded up when I'm ready to go out on the water. I'll start taking things out, and as I'm taking them out, I'll go through them. So here we go. This is gonna be my landing net, my homemade one. My do-it-yourself one, the one that I posted the tutorial on. That's always going to be at the front. As soon as I get to my fishing spot, this is going to be the first thing, or the second thing I pull in front with me. This is going to be the first, obviously, my fishing pole. So those are going to be closest to me. Now my landing net, the only thing that I added since the tutorial, that I didn't talk about in the tutorial, is going to be this leash here. What I did is I just tied a piece of paracord around it, as tight as I could, and then I added this telephone cord. I'll go over what I did on that, but I added that telephone cord for the leash and a carabiner on the end. And like I said, my fishing rod, so I'll take that out. The ceiling fan wants to fight with me. Alright, now the front of the crate, these are going to be the store-bought rod holders. These are screwed in from the top piece and the bottom piece. They didn't really have anything on there, so it kept coming out like that. What I did to fix that problem was I put a zip tie here and a zip tie on this side, and I tightened them as tight as I could, and no, it doesn't do that. If I could, or when I want to change out the screw, because the screw is actually protruding outside the crate, and I don't like that. Another thing that I've gotten are these scissors and this knife. Now, these are just kitchen shears, cut through anything. They're really good. What I had to do with these is I had to bore out the hole, because the scissors didn't fit in there at all. I bored out the hole a little bit just to make it so where the scissors are snug. Now I did the same thing to this other hole with the knife. The knife fit in there originally, but the knife also came with a sheath that didn't fit, and I wanted that sheath in there. The reason why is because it keeps me from getting cut, or keeps my line from getting cut. Anything I don't want cut without me cutting it, it protects it. Now this is good because it's snug, and that sheath is now stuck in there because I actually beat it in there. And when I pull this out, the only thing that comes out is the knife itself. Now, on the knife, what I did was I drilled a hole in it so I was able to put the leash on. Now the leash, this one, I made this one through telephone cord. If I can get it to focus, then we'll check it out. There she goes. Alright, and what I did was I drilled the hole, I fed the telephone cord through it, and I looped it around, and what I did was I just zip tied it. Now there's videos with the telephone cord or the charger cord. You do the, I forgot what they're called, the clamps, the furrows, however you pronounce them, and you use those. Those are awesome. I didn't have those on hand, so I used zip ties, and it works just fine for me. Now what I did is I did the same thing on the other end, and I zip tied them to a carabiner instead of directly to the zip tie. So what I did was I put the carabiner, and the carabiner clips on the zip tie. Now this right here is going to be my rod leash. This whole rod leash is homemade from Weed Trimmer line. This is going to be the rod leash. I zip tied it to the side of the crate, and this is all from Trimmer line. Now, Trimmer line, I could not use the zip ties like I did the telephone line because the zip ties just wouldn't bite. So what I used, believe it or not, is paper clips. Now what I did with the paper clip is I unfolded it, and I wrapped it around as tight as I could by hand, and then I crimped the hell out of it so that way it can bite into the plastic, and this works amazing. And also, if it does rust out or break, who cares? It's a freaking paper clip. I can replace that easily. I did that for this end and for the other end. Now the other end, I looped it straight to that, or zip tied it straight to the box, so, or the crate, so that's fine. But I did this one to a carabiner so I can clip it to the rod whenever I'm out. That saves your rod, guys. Haven't needed it yet, but I'm glad I have it. This is my ice chest. Obviously, I have this just keep frozen waters in there, whatnot. That sits inside my crate. It sits in there because it doesn't actually go all the way in, and I like that though, because it's still good snug fit on there. Underneath my ice chest, I have my anchor. I hardly ever use it anymore, but I have it just in case. What I do use now is going to be my stakeout pole. This thing is awesome. I love it. If you don't have one, I recommend one. Real easy to build. Rex Del Rey is the guy that has that. And from my first video that I made, the only thing that I've added to the back is going to be this rod holder. Don't really need it, just added it just anyways, just to have it. But I secured it the same way with the bungee. So now I have 3 rod holders in the back, 3 gear holders in the back, whatever you want. It's my secondary rod. There's nothing fancy about that one. But this is my crate, guys. Hope y'all liked it. Maybe it gave y'all some ideas. If you liked it, give me a like. And also, if you guys have a video on y'all's crate, go ahead and drop the link in the comment section so I can check it out. Alright guys, that's highlights.